Breaking news now, Donald Trump just announced the one thing the media did not want to get out. You need to see this before they delete it, my friends. This is the story of the century, and the media is dead silent on it. However, President Trump, he is not going to let this one slide. Persuade Liberty Writers reports that President Trump took to Twitter today to attack Hillary and Obama for the Clinton Uranium One scandal. He decried the fake news media as ignoring the entire report. And as usual, President Trump was spot on. Now, in 2 tweets, he made it clear, he made it absolutely clear, that the uranium deal to Russia with Clinton help and Obama administration knowledge is the biggest story the fake media does not want to follow. And then he shot a tweet at Fox and Friends. You know he loves that program. He says, Russia sent millions to the Clinton Foundation. Okay? Now think about this for a second. How often, I mean, the fake stream press, the people that hate the president, they can't shut up about his tweets. They can't get enough of his tweets. They attack his tweets all day long. But yet, he puts out this stuff, and they don't say a word. They ignore it. Oh, we're just going to talk about the tweet where he went off and did something stupid, dabba-dabba-dee, habba-ding-dong. No. They ignore these. Okay, so now while all this is going on, while you got the Uranium One deal coming to a boil, you know what CNN and CBS are covering? Take a look.
Ever noticed how Vice President Pence looks at President Trump? Here's Jeannie Moos.
Very impressed.
Whether he's laughing at the boss's jokes or listening intently beside him, Vice President Mike Pence has perfected the art of the gaze.
He likes action.
The adoring gaze, often accompanied by the nod, nodding almost to the beat of the maestro's gestures.
Yeah. Did you see that? CNN reported on how the vice president looks at the president during events and ceremonies. They mocked Mike Pence for showing respect for the president. Okay? No, they're not covering Uranium One. They're mocking the vice president. Now, if you think that is bad, take a look at the top story on CBS.
4 years old, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is the oldest member of the Supreme Court. She recently credited her personal trainer, Bryant Johnson, for her health. They've worked out together since 1999. I sat down with Johnson and asked about their routine.
We're going to be doing weight-bearing exercises, cardiovascular, strength, body conditioning. We will be doing push-ups. We will be doing crunches. We will be doing lunges. I said push-ups. He looked at me, kind of gave me the side eye. One eyebrow sort of went up, but as classy as she is as a woman, she did not say a word, but that body language was to me like, really?
Really? Really? You interviewed Gollum's personal trainer while the Russians are here digging up our uranium and shipping it to God knows where? We have a national security crisis on our hands that implicates the highest offices in the land. And they want to talk about Mike Pence's look and Ruth Bader Ginsburg's personal trainer? My friends, it is time. It is time. This is our moment. The criminality of the Clintons and the Obamas is being revealed before our eyes. The liberal media is complicit in the crimes by their silence. The algorithms are suppressing this truth from spreading. So do whatever you can to get this truth to.
In 2008, Paul Krugman won the Nobel Prize in economics. Isn't it time he gets another? Remember what he said way back on Election Day? Quote, "It really does now look like President Donald J. Trump, and markets are plunging. When might we expect them to recover?" A first pass answer is never. That's pretty awesome for a garden gnome. But he's no garden gnome. He's a Nobel Prize winning economist. A garden gnome could run circles around this bearded butthead. And every time he gets it wrong, he gets a raise. So he must be loaded now as the stock market broke 23,000 and filings for unemployment benefits plunged to the lowest level since 1973. So will Paulie admit how wrong he was I doubt it. Look at him. Put simply, so many would rather see the economy crash than admit Trump's made it great. Just like those who'd rather ignore the defeat of ISIS than admit Trump's direct approach worked, or that his straight talk on North Korea has finally gotten China to act. But the Krugmans of the world see Trump behind every rainy day. After all, just weeks ago, Krugman blamed Trump for a non-existent cholera outbreak in Puerto Rico. He deserves another prize for that, too, or a pink slip. Bottom line, so many in the media have made a mint out of picking at wounds. Stories about kneeling, oppression, division, phone calls. But turn off that noise for a minute and ask yourself, has America changed much since the election as the economy grows and ISIS dies? Yes, it got better. You know, I was thinking, he is so wrong. Krugman is so wrong. He deserves another Nobel Prize, Dana. So me and Sean created an application video to the Nobel Committee for Krugman featuring his greatest comments. Roll it!
Oh, my God. If we discovered that space aliens were planning to attack, and we needed a massive buildup to counter the space alien threat, and really inflation and budget deficits took secondary place to that, this slump would be over in 18 months.
By 2005 or so, it will become clear that the Internet's impact on the economy has been no greater than the fax machines. Cholera in a U.S. territory among U.S. citizens in the 21st century. Heck of a job, Trumpy. Okay, cholera not confirmed. Conjunctivitis? Yes. I, and those of like mind, have been right about everything.
Dana.
Well done, Brian, our college associate.
And Sean O'Rourke.
Sean O'Rourke with the video. I have one thing to say.
Sure.
You know what he said last week about tax reform?
What?
All lies. So, take this segment, read Krugman, and you decide.
He's going to get promoted over this. He will get another prize. Juan, the Dow has reached a new 1,000-point milestone 5 times since Trump's been elected. It's hit a new high 51 times. You're looking at your 401k and you're going, thank God for Trump. You are.
Why not? For Trump? I don't know. Thank God for America and capitalism. I plan to sail away any day. But see you later, Bob. Absolutely. You guys, I don't think you'd have a show, I know what you do.
You are the star.
Yeah, you just slap each other on the back.
We just go, yeah.
But the thing that I didn't like about your otherwise brilliant talking points was you said Trump gets all the credit. And I think to myself, wait a second, Greg's such a smart guy. I would say, you know what Krugman's wrong about? Krugman and a lot of people said Trump gets elected, it destabilizes the economy. Markets don't like instability. The markets will go down. To the contrary, Trump gets elected. People say, hey, wait a minute. Guess what, says my stockbroker? This guy's going to go after regulations. He's going to cut taxes. You better get in now. Okay, the market goes up. Krugman, wrong. But
let's end there.
But why then do you say Trump gets credit when, in fact, the credit would be Trump has not destabilized the market because he hasn't done anything. He hasn't cut taxes. He hasn't done tax reform. And so people are saying like, smooth sailing. We can keep the Obama policies. Fantastic.
But you know what? He hasn't built a wall yet we're watching immigration go down. It's all about he is
the wall.
He is the wall.
It all comes full circle.
Halloween's coming.
Krugman's like a bad weatherman. Every day he comes out on television
Sounding like that.
And he says, you know what, it's going to be clear skies and sunny. And every day it's pouring rain.
Yeah.
Yet he still has a job and everybody still listens to him. But that's why the media hires people like Krugman. Once you're right in the mainstream media, no one cares about your track record. They'd rather you be left and wrong than right and right. And they've been wrong about Trump from the jump. They said he wasn't going to win the primary. They said he was only in it to sell hats and to boost the apprentice ratings. Then they said he wasn't going to win the general. Then they said after he won the general, he was going to leave office and give it to Pence. So I don't know why we listen to these people anymore. They said he was going to cause World War III. They said we'd never see 3% GDP growth. They said he'd never defeat ISIS. They said everything, and it was wrong.
Yeah, Kimberly,
And they said it was impossible for him to win in the Electoral College.
He basically accused Trump of causing cholera, and then he goes, conjunctivitis. Shouldn't the New York Times immediately just got all of his stuff in a cardboard box and sent him on the street?
Exactly.
Or a dictionary.
Some, like,
Yes.
pink eye ointment or something. Yeah. Look, but this is no surprise. Again, they can't admit the truth and cover the facts and give credit where credit is due. So, this is one thing after the next as it relates to President Trump. They're not going to give him any credit. Why would they do that? They're already baked in terms of their mindset, their opinion of him. And, just be fair. Be fair, be honest. And you don't always be looking to go and put the nail in and try to just okay, this is my story. This is what I'm staying with. And how can we tie this and make this a story about how bad President Trump is?
Amen.
No.
All right.